What's going on, guys? Welcome to Shay's Tube, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is Monday, the 24th of March, 2025, 11:42 out here on the West Coast. Y'all, don't forget, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure you do a thumbs up, which is liking the video. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much for doing that. Let's go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across the screen, and it will be in my comment area once this video is over. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Welcome to everybody who watches this in the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. Black Vigilance TV. Y'all make sure y'all show Black Vigilance TV some love and support. All right, guys, and thank you guys again for tuning in. Now, for real, tonight, we're going to get out of here as soon as possible. I'm going to try to do 1 hour only, and that's it. All right? All right. So, y'all, go get you something to drink, a relaxing seat, chair, bed, or whatever. If you are at work, continue to do your job. Watch me on the down low, and let's go ahead and check out what Shay's Tube got in store. All right, thanks. Like shit in here. Okay. You like my car back? Okay. You turn the light back off for the garage? Okay, so first thing first, guys, we're going to be talking about Kanye West. He made some shocking claims regarding his ex, Kim K, which them claims are something else, you guys. Also, Matthew Knowles shot back at Kanye. Jay-Z and Beyonce allegedly maybe they're considering taking what's his name, Kanye, to court, doing a lawsuit on him, and who else? I think that's it with Kanye. I mean, it may be something else in there for Kanye too. And then we have some Rodney Jones updates. His claims were thrown out by the judge in the Diddy civil lawsuit cases. And I have some updates. If time allows, I have some updates on the rapper who was unalive in Memphis, and Sauce Walka, who was wounded in the targeted attack. That's information on him. And I think that's going to be it. All right. Let's see. Because I did look up. I did get some updated information on Yellow Breezy, but it was like from another YouTube channel, whatever the case is. And when I researched the information, I just could not find anything on it. So I'll tell you guys about it, but I don't know if that's true 100%. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing first, let's go ahead and tackle Kanye. Let me turn this music down first, y'all. I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. I definitely did. Y'all know it was my birthday on Saturday. I'm still accepting gifts, okay? Cash App gifts if y'all want to. But yeah, my birthday was on Saturday, and I had a really good time. Got a few gifts and stuff, so it turned out pretty good, I got a great seafood, I forgot what you call it, seafood feast or something with lobster tail, what else? Shrimp skewers or something, salmon. The salmon was definitely great in the lobster tail. Mashed potatoes, broccoli, steamed broccoli, rice pilaf, and of course the little bread that came with it. Then I had chocolate cake and ice cream. So that was a great meal right there. And then I got a massage certificate, go get a massage and stuff like that. And that's another great gift. And then I got some tickets to go see Beyonce in May. So that was really shocking because I couldn't believe that was a surprise right there. I didn't even, know that. And the thing about it is that I used to be like a really big fan of Beyonce's before she got with, Jay-Z, started doing all the strange stuff. So I always wanted to go see her in concert and never got a chance to. So I was so happy when my other daughter got, those tickets and stuff. But I can't wait to go, you guys. And then I got my other daughter gave me $100 And y'all know I bought myself that Coach bag. Not Coach. I keep on saying Coach. I want the Coach one too, but I bought myself the tote bag, the one by Michael Kors this time, because I got the Marc Jacobs, the original one, and so I wanted each one, so I want the Coach one next. So I bought myself the one that's made by Michael Kors, and I bought me a bracelet and a wallet. So yeah, so I had a really good birthday. I chilled. I went to work too, but I chilled and stuff. I watched Kiwi's video that she did at church because I like her preacher. So I watched him on Sunday and stuff. So I had a really good birthday. I really truly did. I really truly did. So I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. And I hope you had a great Monday too. So let's go ahead and read some of these comments. So Jermaine said, please support the show with a donation, Cash App at $Shades2, or send a super sticker or a super chat, or you can join Shades2 Night Owls for that's a good name, $4.99, all right, per month. So y'all make sure y'all copy yourself a membership. And like he just said, all donations are used to pay for the channel's expenses like StreamYard, shopping halls, and etc. Okay, he said, enjoy the show. Yeah, I know today is not my birthday day. It was Saturday. And you know what? It's the rest of this month too. Because you want to talk. So you said Kanye West is decompressing in Tokyo after online rants in LA. Oh, really? Okay. For TMZ. TMZ knows everything. So TMZ has learned he traveled there last week after a particularly rough stretch of online meltdowns in LA. Kanye is obviously dealing with a mental illness, right? Thank you, Jermaine, for that, guys. Woo! That's a trip, man. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Y'all know what to say after that right there, okay? Okay, so let me go ahead and do this banner. We're going to talk about Kanye West. Let's see if I can see his name still up here. I probably took it down. Yeah, I think I did. Well, actually, it is. That's up here. Let's edit this and put Kanye or Yee. We're going to do Kanye. Let's do Kanye West meltdown. Meltdown rants. Okay. So that's what we're going to put up there for that. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and start off with that real quick. First thing first. Let's go ahead and go into what he said about Kim K. All right. Which is plainly ridiculous. But, anything is possible, like I always say. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he has stirred up some controversy again, you guys, with some alarming allegations against his ex-wife, Kim K, in her family. Y'all, wait till y'all hear this. He claimed that they are involved in ex-trafficking. Do y'all believe that? Ex-trafficking. All right. So anyway, I guess he was kind of teed off about how his daughter, North, appeared in a video. All right. Anyway, his ex is considering legal action and a possible custody change because of Kanye's erratic behavior. Okay. So anyway, it says rapper Kanye West has taken another low blow at his former wife, Kim K, and her family over daughter North being dressed all grown up for her appearance in one of her videos. He said Kim K is a ex-trafficker. And he said the Kardashians are ex-workers. As you guys know, Kim and Kanye were married from 2014 to 2022. They share 4 children, daughter North 11, son Saint 9, daughter Chicago 7, and son Psalm, age 5. So in his Twitter post, he claimed that the Kardashians used strategically produced Black children for a child X trafficking ring. All right. And then he put this in all capital letters: Kim K is a ex trafficker. I don't like that Triggs has my daughter in her video dressing all grown. I would have expected more from Triggs. It's F all you wiggers. My soul is black. And watch y'all don't believe me and just say I'm crazy. Okay. So that's what he wrote on X. Kanye also hit out at Kris Jenner, saying she too was involved in X trafficking. And he deemed Kim's infamous X tape as his credibility check. He said the grandmother signed for the X tape. He said the Kardashians are ex-workers and they ex-traffic all of the Black children they strategically produce. Anyway, Kanye West has previously disclosed having bipolar disorder and autism and has exhibited erratic behavior over the past few years. Kim K has reportedly called for an emergency custody hearing after learning that controversial figures Andrew and Tristan Tate were present during a recent visit between Kanye and their eldest daughter, Northwest. And like I said before, Kim is also now considering filing for sole custody of their 4 children because of Kanye's crazy, behavior recently. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about all of this? Do y'all think that Kim K should do what she just allegedly they claim she said she would do? Let's see what Jermaine is saying over here. He said, I don't blame him for being concerned for his daughter, but like always, he just went too far. So anyway, they said this is the Diddy connection to Kanye. They said these allegations coincide with West's public support for Sean Diddy Combs, who was arrested in September 2024 on ex-trafficking charges. And of course, as we know, he is waiting to go to trial. Anyway, Kanye recently released a single titled Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine, featuring North alongside Sean Diddy Combs. Okay, so the song begins with an alleged jailhouse conversation between Kanye and Combs, who reportedly did not know he was being recorded. Okay. Now, in response, Kim reportedly met with attorneys on March the 14th to discuss legal options regarding the use of their daughter's name and invoice in Kanye's projects. Kanye has publicly clashed with Kim over their daughter's name, posting and then deleting screenshots of a text conversation in which he threatened to go to war over the right to use North's name. Let's turn it down. Kim K reminded Kanye that he had previously agreed to trademark their daughter's name with the stipulation that North would inherit the rights upon turning 18. And let's see what else. And that's it right there. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so what do you guys think? Okay, so that's it. So like I said, I don't know what's going on with Kanye, but whatever is going on, hopefully he gets it all together. While he's I think he's in a different country. I think that's what Jermaine said. TMZ said. So hopefully he gets it all together because I don't know what's going on with him. But making those allegations that they are ex-trafficking and stuff is like really out there. You know what I'm saying? Just because he thinks that they're letting the child dress, they let North dress too grown in a video or something. So I guess he equates that to them being ex-traffickers. I guess I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where he comes up with all this stuff. Hold on for 1 second. Let me take this medicine real quick. Let's take this medicine real quick. I got a stomach ache. Let's take this. Hold on, y'all, for 1 second. That's for sure, though. Kanye been doing all sorts of weird stuff, huh? And all types of stuff. I'm blurring out all that stuff about Beyonce and Jay-Z's twins to triple out on his wife. Hold on for a minute, y'all. He's been doing a lot. Now let's go ahead and go into this next story about Kanye. Okay. And thank you, Jermaine, for that story right there, okay? So let's see. So the next story about Kanye, something else that he did, allegedly, is that, let me find it. He also claimed that he's going to get his wife back, you guys. All right? So, I mean, he's just, like I said, he's just doing the most. Let's see what's going on right here with these statements. So anyway, amid rumors circulating that Kanye and his wife Bianca are headed to divorce, insiders have revealed that the rapper might be on his way to reconcile with his ex-wife Kim K. I don't know about that because Kim is kind of teed off at him. All right. Now, to many, Kanye moved on pretty quickly from his relationship with Kim as he married Bianca just a year after their divorce. Now, since he got married to Bianca, the couple has stayed in the news mostly because of the provocative, endearing outfits his wife wore. Okay. Anyway, Bianca and Kanye shocked everybody at the Grammys in January when his wife disrobed at the 2025 Grammys. And they claim that Kanye told her to do it. She was flaunting her nude body in a see-through stocking dress. So afterwards, people obviously shamed Kanye for instructing his wife to do that and allowing her to do it. All right. And they claimed that he was dominant over his wife. So, I mean, I don't know what all that's about. She clearly probably wanted to do it too. I don't know for sure, though. Okay. Anyway, neither one of them addressed those claims or anything, about heading for a divorce, about him being dominant over her or anything else. Neither one of them said anything back regarding that. Okay. So they claim, an insider claims that Kanye views a divorce from his wife Bianca as a way to slide his way back into the arms of Kim K, his ex. Now, like I said, I don't know how true this is. This is what they're saying. Anyway, they said Kanye truly believes that he's a prize, like a lot of men. And he claims that they claim that anyway, this insider claims that Kanye said Kim never got over him. All right. The insider also said the fact that she plays nice with him for the kids goes over his head. And he brags about the fact that they are still cool at times. They say he definitely believes he and Kim are unfinished business. Anyway, when Kanye got with Bianca, fans started pointing out how the two are similar. And a lot of people have considered Bianca to be a version of Kim and believe the two are secretly competing with each other. Over Kanye? Okay. Anyway, with rumors that Kanye West and his wife Bianca are heading for a divorce, they said there's no denying that Bianca is a Kim clone. They've got the same dark hair, same curves, and Kanye is even dressing her how he dressed Kim. They said to this day, Kanye still talks about Kim like she's the ultimate woman, and he's convinced that getting back with her is in the future, and it will happen. The thing is, though, Kim is not looking to get back with Kanye, even if it's in his plans to do so. They said Kanye doesn't seem to have any concept of the fact that there's no chance in hell that Kim would take him back. That's according to the insider. And then the insider said he conveniently forgot all the ways he tormented her and truly believes it was his genius that built her empire. This insider said logic does not apply in Kanye's world. He is in total denial about where he stands with Kim, and he is fixated on how he can get her back. Okay. Anyway, oh, that's crazy. Anyway, somebody said Kanye is a sick, pathetic psycho and ugly. I don't know what Kim ever saw in that pervert. I believe he's got mental issues. So if Kim is smart, she will stay clear of that nutcase. Somebody else said anyone with him is a complete fool. Money or no money is just an abuse clown. He abuses every woman and any person he is around. He should go to jail with Diddy. Somebody said, I can't stand looking at him. He looks like he stinks. He has to be the most psychotic person ever. Throw him in a psychic ward. Actually, I think somebody else got to be. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so somebody else said he raised hell about Kim showing too much. Then he parades Bianca around naked. He's a total asshole. Then somebody else said there's a video of Ye talking about how he doesn't think a woman shouldn't be showing her body in a provocative way while he was married to Kim. Yet he will have this woman take her clothes off for the world to see. People are weird. So that video he made probably was from a different time, right? He might have felt like that then. I think Kanye has changed a lot. He started changing when his mom passed on. Michelle said, oh, he's cracked to think she will ever take him back. But as far for bodies, I 100% prefer Bianca's figure. It looks much more natural. Well, I really never paid attention to her figure. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't even know. So you say it's unclear if the wife with him or if the wife went with him or not. You said you don't think she should strip him of custody. He might flip out. But if he's doing weird stuff around the kids, and having weird people around him, like those two brothers, then that's the reason why she may, try to go ahead and get sole custody. You said Kim. Who did he get up in the bed with? He got in bed with people. Oh, hush. Okay. She was doing stuff too. She wasn't with Kim. She wasn't with Kanye when she got together with Pete. Her and Kanye was either legally separated, headed for that divorce, or either they was already divorced. They weren't together anymore. They weren't getting back together. And then he got with his women, so it is what it is. But anyway, this is a trip. I hope this is not true, okay? And this is the little article you were talking about right here, where he went back to, not went back, but where he went to Japan after he had his explosive, social media rants. He targeted, like I said, Jay-Z, Beyonce, children, and Jay-Z and Beyonce, and then Kim K, and then Kim K's mom, I believe. They claim that one insider who spoke to TMZ said Los Angeles can be a trigger to West. So that's why he went down. He went out to Japan. He went to Japan, and they said as soon as he got there, he calmed down. Once he touched down there, they said as soon as he got there, he instantly calmed down. They said when he is in Tokyo, he feels completely disconnected and calm. Well, maybe he should stay there. Okay, now they did say they don't know if he's still there right now. And they said it was also unclear if his wife went with him, just like Jermaine said. But one source who spoke to the outlet noted that his wife stayed in Japan until this weekend. Okay. So as we know, when he was doing his little rants, he was out here saying derogative things about Jay-Z and Beyonce children. He questioned their mental capacity, the twins, Rumi and Sir. He also accused Beyonce of using IVF to conceive them. And then he criticized the British singer FKA Twigs for featuring his daughter Northwest in a music video, claiming it was inappropriate and accusing Kim K of allowing it against his wishes. And then he accused Kim K of being into ex trafficking, and he also accused her mom as well. And like I told y'all before, Beyonce and Jay-Z are considering legal actions over Kanye's comments about their children. And which he should have never said all that. That's crazy. You said she a hoe. Sorry, just is what it is. He's crazy as hell. She is not a hoe. Okay. Do you know MK? Somebody said something must have happened to him in California. That is why he act out there. When a person has been traumatized and they go to the place, they act out because they remember what happened. He probably went through what Justin Bieber went through. I doubt it. He probably wouldn't be talking to Diddy if he went through the same thing Justin Bieber went through. And I doubt that very seriously. Somebody else said, I think he's just a nutcase. Okay. Somebody said, I bet he did. Probably safer for him there. He knows a lot. Somebody said he had to hide from those hitters somewhere. He probably, I don't know, you know, maybe he doesn't feel all the pressures in Japan like he does here in LA. Because I mean, when you're a celeb, people bugging you, people probably asking about his wife, ex-wife, his current wife, just doing the most. His kids, the relationship with his kids when he over there in Japan, there's somebody probably asking him all these things. The pressures are probably not there. You know what I'm saying? People are probably not just bugging him there. He probably can basically be himself when he's there. You know? So I don't know. I mean, it's just it's weird the way he was going off. Especially talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce's two twins like that. That didn't make any sense right there. So I'm glad he went to Japan, and maybe, when he gets back, if he's not already back, maybe he'll be normal again. He'll start acting normal. So let's see what else we got that he did. Let's see. Oh, let me just tell y'all what Matthew Knowles said. So Matthew Knowles, that's Beyonce's dad. Okay, he said there's a price to pay. Let's go ahead. Hold on. I didn't know he's 73. Goodness. All right, let's see. What did the dad say? So Knowles told TMZ on Friday, people pay a price for being stupid, especially in the music industry. He said, I'm hopeful Kanye gets the type of help he needs in terms of mental health. So let's see what else he said. He also emphasized that disrespecting children and families will not go unnoticed. Okay? And a lot of people believe West's actions are out of line and harmful. And then, of course, we already know what Beyonce's mom said. Okay, she said at the time it's hard to remain positive and classy in the face of ignorance and evil. But I know that no weapon formed against me or my family shall prosper. This battle is not mine, but the Lord's. I know that God has got this. Okay. So she did edit that post and remove some statements. I don't know, what the edited one says. And they claim Beyonce was in tears over Kanye's attack too. All right. So I mean, she probably was. He shouldn't have said all of that stuff. It's just plainly disrespectful and just cruel. I mean, I don't understand why he said all of that. And then he made that stupid remark saying that he didn't take the post down because he shouldn't have said that stuff about Beyonce's and Jay-Z's kids. He said he took it down because he didn't want his Twitter account deleted. So that's just plainly, crazy. So let's see what some of these commenters are saying. Linda said he can't stand it when nobody is paying attention to him. He's like, look at me, I'm stupid. I'll talk about little kids. So let's see. Mike said West's mom did not raise him to be foolish like that at all. She was a well-educated professor in college. West isn't helping himself by not taking his bipolar medication. Okay, so he's not taking his medication. They claim that Kanye is mad with Kim, and now he is taking this frustration out on everybody. He had no right saying that about Jay-Z and Beyonce kids. Kanye was, you know what, wrong for that. Karma is a bitch. Yeah, like I said, it's just plainly crazy. I don't know what he thought people was going to say with him, bashing two little kids like that, especially if they have, mental situations going on. It just didn't even make any sense. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, I think I see with the Kanye stuff. Because I already told you about Kim K ending um, ending her daughter's North visit with Kanye West after finding out that Andrew Tate and his brother was going to be there. I didn't go into straight details, but I said that Kim K was going to allegedly file for sole custody because she feels like Kanye is putting her kids in danger, especially after she heard or saw that those two brothers were there at Kanye's place when North was there. Okay. You said nobody cared about her until after the X tape. Yeah, but did you watch it? Kanye wants Jay-Z and Beyonce's attention. He looks up to them. He feels abandoned, right or wrong. It doesn't matter about his feelings. He's a grown-ass man. Abandoned. Child, please, okay? And clearly nobody else is buying that bull crap. You don't talk about nobody's kids, okay? Period. That you know that they could have a mental situation going on. He shouldn't be doing that. That's not cool at all. Okay. And again, they said that Diddy did not know that Kanye West was going to leak their phone call. And I told you already that Beyonce and Jay-Z are considering legal actions against Kanye West after his vulgar attack on their 7-year-old twins. So the thing is that a lot of people just do not appreciate, what Kanye was saying, period. A lot of fans, a lot of people don't. So hopefully, like I said, I don't know if he's back here in the States, but hopefully when he gets back, he's a little bit more normal and not doing crazy stuff or making any more crazy rants against people, kids, and things like that. Or accusing people of being an ex-trafficker as well, because that's what he accused his wife of and his ex-mother-in-law of. You probably did, Freakazoid. You probably did. All right, so yeah, when I get some more updates on Kanye, I'll definitely let you guys know all about it, okay? All right, so let's go right into the Diddy thing. Oh man, I'm tired. Let's see. Okay, so with Diddy, y'all, the judge in the Diddy lawsuit tosses the majority of Rodney Jones' claims. Damn. Let's go ahead and read this real quick and see what's going on here. So Diddy had a small victory in court today when a judge tossed a majority of claims against him in a lawsuit filed by a former music producer accusing him of sexual assault. Now, according to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, like always, the judge dismissed 5 of the 9 claims Rodney Jones made against Diddy. including RICO claims, infliction of emotional distress, and breach of contract claims. And they threw them out, man. The most important was he is right here. Rodney. Let me show y'all what he looks like, in case y'all don't know. Rodney. Let me show y'all. Wait, hold on. So that's what he looks like. Let's see. Oh my God. What's this? Oh, I already did all this. Okay. Yeah, you may be right about all this stuff you were saying about all these people just lying and stuff. Well, let me go back to I made a mistake and got off of here. This right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me get that back up here. So anyway, let's see. So again, the judge dismissed 5 of the 9 claims, okay, Rodney Jones made against Diddy, including number 1, the RICO claims, number 2, the infliction of emotional distress, and number 3, a breach of contract claims. All right. Now, the court also dismissed a Trafficking Victims Protection Act claim against Diddy's company, Combs Global. Now, Rodney's lawyer, Tyrone A. Blackburn, even got dressed down by the judge, who warned him that his legal filings in the case have not been up to par. You're right. In one example, the judge pointed to Blackburn's filings, seemingly not understanding that Diddy is presumed innocent in a separate grand jury indictment on criminal charges. I told y'all can't be up here talking about somebody guilty and don't have no damn proof, and they haven't been convicted. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that in the court of law. Anyway, TMZ broke the stories. Jones sued Diddy back in February 2024, and Diddy ripped the suit as a money grab. And he said it was dressed up as an ex-trafficking and RICO conspiracy. So let's see what some of these people are saying in the comments section. Let's see. Okay, let me finish reading this first. So they said the case is still moving forward despite 5 of the 9 claims being tossed out. And serious claims of sexual assault against Diddy were not dismissed. Okay, so you hear that, Jermaine? That's only 5 of the 9 claims being tossed out. And the serious claims of sexual assault against Diddy were not dismissed. Okay, they said it will be interesting to see if these claims ever make it to trial. Now, Rodney lawyer tells TMZ, yeah, a win is a win. Playtime is over. We look forward to discovery. I hope defendants are ready. Okay, so that's what this lawyer says. Okay, we're going to see. All right, we're going to see. And I hope he has proof. Because if you don't got no proof, you're not going to have a case. Okay, that's just on everything. Hold on a minute, y'all. If you don't got no proof, you're not going to have a case. They want that proof. They want that proof, okay, in the court of law. You don't work like that in the court of law. You got to have that proof. Some type of damn proof. So what do y'all think about that? 5 of the 9 charges being tossed out. It's going to be a lot of people probably get some of their stuff tossed out. Okay. It's going to be a lot of people. Let's see what some other of these comments are saying. Somebody said, this is bull. Criminals are being allowed to get away with everything. They must have something on people in government jobs, including the president. It's almost like it was when, what? Okay, let me finish reading this other one. Somebody said, stop believing everything you hear. Okay, then somebody said, next Diddy will get a pardon. And then somebody else said, that would be a blessing. And then another commenter said, I believe it. The criminals are all living in the White House. And then Tiki said, I honestly think he will beat all the charges except the ones against Cassie. And then, and what? And them girls from Danny Kane. Let's see. Michael said, Diddy and Trump, where are the hidden tapes? I wonder. And wonder who was on top. And then Lisa said, free Diddy. Rodney is a fraud trying to get that Cassie money. He's still mad about not getting that Grammy, but kept working with him. That man is reaching. Free Diddy. Okay. So what do y'all think about that? Let's see. You said Little Rod lied to say it ain't so. Diddy being cases. Free Diddy. Told y'all. I've been saying Diddy didn't do all this stuff. They lies too. Just wait. All lies. Pardon Diddy. I'm all for a pardon. Stop this public lynching. All right, man, you done let everybody know, honey. Wow. Oh. Okay, let's see what else we got here, y'all. Damn. Man. Okay, hold on. Let's see what else we got for Diddy. I think that's it for Diddy, y'all. That was a trip, though. But that's a little victory for Diddy. There are probably going to be more to come because some of these people, like I said, I believe some, but I just don't believe all. So I'm pretty sure some other cases are going to get tossed out too. You definitely got to have some type of proof, or at least make the day go and convince the judge, that you are telling the truth, in the civil lawsuits. I did tell you what type of proof you need when you do a civil lawsuit, but I forgot what it, besides having actual proof, I forgot what all they said. All right, but anyway, again, I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated on Diddy as well as Kanye and his meltdowns and rants and everything else that he does. And if Kim K actually went to ask for sole custody of the kids, I'll keep you guys updated, okay? So let's go ahead and move on from that. So y'all do know, hold on, let me just put this up here now. Let's see, breaking news. So y'all do know that rapper Sayso P was unalive in Memphis. And of course, I guess his name is Sauce Walka. He was just wounded in a targeted attack. And I think that happened over the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, that was on Saturday. Hold on, let's see here. So it says up and coming rapper Sayso P was unalive, and his pal Sauce Walka has been wounded in a targeted double shooting in Tennessee Saturday, according to reports. So it says Latorian Hunt, 27, a Raleigh-born rapper, better known as Sayso P, was unalive after the shooting broke out near the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis. home to the NBA's Grizzlies. Okay. Anyway, Sauce Walka, 34, was injured in the shooting, according to multiple outlets. The shooters, got out of their car and began shooting outside the Westin Hotel just after 2:45 p.m., police stated. Hunt, who had recently signed to Sauce Walka's record label, Sauce Family, I guess, was shot multiple times, while Walka, I think his name, was shot in the thigh. I think that's right. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right name. Yeah, he was shot in the thigh. And I think that was it with him. He was shot in the thigh. Okay. And then his dad, Albert Walker, said, had it not been for God, my son would have been unalive. And that's what he told the news outlet. So anyway, this is Salsa. I guess his name is Sauce Walka. I keep on calling him Salsa, but it's Sauce Walka, I guess. This is him right here. And then the one who got unalive, I'll show you him too. And then the dude who got unalive is him right here. And this is Sayso P. Okay. And they said it was a targeted hit too. So I guess they was intending to get Sayso P for what I mean. They claimed in the comments, not in the comment section, but in this article, that he was well liked and everything. So I'm just trying to figure out why, they unalived him. And then I forgot how old I said he was. Let's see. I think I said 20 something. Yeah, 27 years old. Another senseless unaliving of a young adult. And that is just plainly crazy. Let's read some of these comments. Let me make sure they're not saying no crazy stuff. Because I know I read some earlier. They were just saying crazy stuff. Let me read this. Now listen to this idiot. Ken says, he said, where in the world do they come up with these idiotic names? And then Kenneth said, that's nothing. Look at what these people name their children. And then Troy said to him, at Kenneth, I know what it is, Tom, Dick, or Harry. If that is really you in a military uniform, you are a disgrace to being racist with your comments. Well, I mean, the other dude is clearly not black, the one who got unalive. So, I mean, his nickname, Sayso P. I mean, a lot of these rappers like to pick out these, these names, these different names, wild names, catchy names, just something that's, entertaining so people can remember them. If you pick out just a boring ass name, nobody gonna be paying no attention to you. You know what I'm saying? So usually they pick out something, especially now with these rappers. Now they be picking out names that grabs people's attention. I mean, you just call yourself like they used to do back in the old school rap. It probably won't work like that now because everything has changed. Back then, yeah, you can call yourself, just Will, Big Willie and things like that. But now, they be using all types of crazy names and stuff so they can stand out. So you won't forget who they are, and so it'll catch your attention. Because when I saw that name, both of their names. I was like, who is that? If it just would have said rapper John or something, I probably would not even paid attention to it. See what I'm saying? So those are like catchy names. And so Randy said, this shit's a damn shame. Unaliving each other is bullshit. Guess Bill Gates ain't got to worry about population control with all the idiots out here unaliving each other all day, every day. Very sad. And then the other dude, another commenter said, the guy that got unalive was white, though. That's why I laughed about the other dude's comment because the dude who got unalive, Sayso P, he's white. So, I mean, again, I just think they like picking these unique names because it'll grab your attention if you see somebody calling themselves Sayso P or Sauce Walka or any of these names. You know what I'm saying? It just grabs your attention. It makes them a little bit different. You know. So let's see. Somebody said trying to be a rap artist these days is dangerous to your health. It's not the fact that they're it's not the fact that they're rapping. It's the thing about it's the thing. Look, it's not about them rapping. The rapping itself is not what's dangerous. It's the point that some of these people get into the rap industry. They were doing certain things before they became a rapper, and they still, either they still be into this type of stuff, or either the stuff just follows them. Okay, rap itself is not dangerous. It's some of these people who are getting into rap. They were dangerous before. They were doing stuff before. It just so happened, they could rap and they got into the industry, and whatever they was doing before they, got discovered, it followed them, or either they still are doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you win millions of dollars, right? And just say before you won the millions of dollars, you was doing the most. Sometimes people still continue to do the most, even when they win the money. Okay? Because it's just something about, being in that type of situation, or sometimes you can't get out of that situation. That's how people get back in jail because they would get out, say they are um, they've been to rehab, they now are living better and they're being productive citizens. But in a couple of years, well, no, in a couple of weeks, months, or years, they are right back incarcerated again because it's for some people, it's hard to get away from that stuff. Even if you get a second chance, just like if you get rich or if you become a rapper or actress or whatever, sometimes it's hard for those people to get out of certain situations. And sometimes some of them stay in it. Okay? They stay in it at the same time while they are rapping. So you said another unalive rapper. Why am I not surprised? The shit is sad. Yeah, right. Young black men are genociding their own people. Not this, Jermaine. All this circular music. No, what did I just say? Secular music. All of this secular music. Well, let me just put it like this. All this secular music is just what it is, okay? All right, it's not just rap music that is demonic. A lot of music is demonic. Okay, listen to the words. Even some instrumental music is demonic. Because if you knew exactly what they were saying, you would see. I was listening to some music on chill today, like I've been listening to for the longest. And like, for the most part, most of the music's pretty much good. But, when you sit down and listen to some of the words, I want to feel you inside of me. And things like that. What do you call that? They're talking about X. All right. And then they put a nice beat to it and everything. And, next thing you know, you singing the shit. I want you inside of me, or whatever. So a lot of music is demonic. They be promoting all types of violence. In rap music, though, they just come straight out and say it. In other music, they just use a lot of metaphors and, other things. But they still be talking about the same thing. All right. So I mean, it's not just rap music that is violent and tripped out and things like that. There's a lot of different music that promote all types of stuff, even R&B. Look at. Let me go back to this again. Look at Rick James' song. She was only 17, but she was exing. Why are you singing about a 17-year-old teenage girl? And he was like every bit of probably 40 when he was singing at either 30 something. Come on now. I'm not defending anything. I'm just telling you straight up. It's not just rap music that's just acts of violence. I mean, give me a song. I can give you many songs in different in different you know in different areas. I can give you songs that are in R&B, pop, rock, acid, even jazz, instrumental, country, certain gospel music. You know what I'm saying? I can give it to you. I can give you examples in each one of those categories, even country, even blues, all that stuff. Listen to the words sometimes. All right, listen to the words. So that's why a lot of that's why they talk about secular music. Okay, period. Because a lot of secular music, not all, but a lot of secular music is not teaching you the things that you should be taught. It's not. It's not doing. It's not. What's the word am I looking for? It's not guiding you the way you should be guided. Because, like I said, you listen to a lot of music. They be talking about fornication, adultery, um, drinking, drugs, all types of stuff. It's not just rap. And like I said, when it comes to rap, it's not rap at all. It's the people that are becoming rappers, okay? And then, some of these people are already into gang activity and, there's all types of weird shit. So if they are already into this type of stuff, being a street dude and all this other stuff, when they rap, that's what they're going to rap about. And then you got these music companies and stuff, these producers and stuff, encouraging this behavior because that's what y'all buy anyway. You can go around on YouTube and look what everybody be talking about all day long, okay? And listen to the music that these people put out. So it shows you right then and there who the real problem is. The consumers are buying this stuff. So if you're buying this stuff, you know, then you are just as guilty because you are encouraging these people to continue to make this type of music. Okay? Y'all want to hear men, and women, degrading each other, twerking all on stages and shit, all in videos, half dressed, doing the most, cheating, hitting women and shit, hitting men, just weird shit. Y'all are the ones that are buying this shit, listening to this music, defending damn rappers who unalive other people, and y'all defending them like they ain't did shit, like they are saints. All right, so you guys are the ones, okay? If you guys stop, um, you know, um, buying the music, talking about these people and things like that, they would probably stop doing it, you know? So that's why the music companies and stuff, promote this mess and encourage this stuff and let this stuff go by because shit, y'all, the public, that's what y'all want to see. That's what y'all want to buy. That's what y'all want to listen to. Point blank. And Jermaine is not defending it. It's just telling you um, how it is. All right? That's what it is. You said what? I don't listen to that shit. Dude, you told me to listen to some country music. It's some country music be talking about fornication, adultery, and the most. Okay? Stop sitting up here acting like every music you listen to is so religious and just do not promote any type of negativity. Okay? And this person right here said it all said this very well. Incarceration 15 said, "It is a shame. Instead of causing violence, it should have been creating a better life for themselves. Crabs don't want to leave the barrel." And that's exactly what I was saying. It's not the rap itself, it's the people who are rapping. All right, y'all can stop blaming things that don't breathe, things that don't talk, walk, or anything. It's the people. You understand me? It's the people. All right? The people who are becoming rappers, some of these people are already street wiggers doing the most. And so they just happen to get a rap contract. Okay? They don't leave the lifestyle, they continue to do it. And this is why they get caught up in all this foolishness. All right? And it's just not black either, it's white and black. All right? What blank? Listen, I don't give a damn if country music aren't doing this to each other. Okay, I'm saying that the music in general, not all of the music, it's like all rap music is not violent. You're talking about these violent ass, street ass wiggers. All right, you got a lot of rappers that don't rap like that, okay? Period. They have never got shot at or unalive, okay? Just like you got some country songs that promotes fornication, adultery, and all of that. You want to talk about music that's demonic, all right? I'm talking about all music that fits that criteria. Okay, that's what you said. You said this right here. Hold on, let me go to it. You said Shay, the music is demonic. I said a lot of secular music is demonic. That's what I said. All right. You didn't just say it was violent. You said it's demonic. When we're talking about demonic, we're talking about anything that basically states that shows that somebody is not, um, you know, giving glory to God. Let's put it like that. All right. And that's why if you are a Christian, they say don't listen to secular music, because secular music as a whole, I don't care if it's rap, country, or whatever, okay, it's still something that you should be listening to, because a lot of secular music promotes fornication, adultery, doing drugs, and other stuff. All right, period. Some of these rappers are college educated, and just because you're college educated, it doesn't mean that you cannot still be street. All right. And then the ones that we're talking about right now, you know what I'm saying? They are street. I don't know about this dude, Sayso P. Okay. But some people who are rapping, okay, they may not necessarily be out here street like you know, or like we're talking about, but they can still be having dealings with street people. So again, you would think when you start living your dreams and start having money, you would not be involved with people that do stuff that you know could get you unalive, or you would not be involved in things that you know that could get you unalive. It's like you would basically, at least I would think, you would try to leave all that stuff alone. But sometimes when some of these people are in gangs and stuff like that, it's hard to leave that stuff behind, okay? Because they still, be there. They still follow them. They still encourage them to be in that gang, and sometimes they can't leave it. So it's a lot of stuff that plays into that, you know. And like I said, it's not the music itself, it's the people who are doing this, the people who are promoting, it's the people who encourage this by buying the music. All right, because I guarantee you, if you put a rapper out there, he wasn't talking about, if he does not talk about effing hoes like y'all say. That's why I see, if he's not talking about effing hoes and got women up there half dressed and they doing the most, y'all wouldn't even be listening to the music. Here, let's keep it real. You be calling him corny and everything else. So it's you guys. Okay, you guys are the ones who are behind this stuff. Okay, you're listening to it in clubs. You're all up on YouTube defending people who unalive people and shit and things like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's you guys. When you encourage these people by buying this type of music, just like with YouTubers online. When you go and watch YouTubers and they're acting like weirdos and doing the most, and they're talking about unaliving each other and degrading each other, calling women whores and bitches all damn days, but you guys are encouraging, you guys are watching this, you are the ones that are encouraging this, and this is why they keep on doing it. So you can't really say shit, okay? Because you are the ones who are giving them cash apps, donating to their channels, watching their material, whether you watch in the bushes or you be in the chat. And then you want to talk about it, but don't talk about them because you're encouraging it by watching them. The same thing with the music. If you, hey, Tony Vance, what's up, what's up? If you are watching the mess, okay? If you are buying the music, downloading the music, listening to it on Spotify, listening to it on all of the other apps and things like that, then you are just as guilty. And that's on everything. All right? So you can't say shit. All right? You can't say shit. And just because country artists are not going around unaliving each other, some of the music is not as damn angelic, I'm sorry, as you are trying to say, Jermaine, okay? It's also the people, because if the people did not buy this, the music industry would not be pushing it. Okay, it's the demand. All right, just like on YouTube. When YouTube puts certain videos in their algorithm more than other videos, in the videos they may be pushing, maybe vulgar, people up here cussing each other out, people doing the most, lying, and etc. When they put that out, and a lot of people watches that, including you can't say a damn thing about what YouTube do for other people, but don't do it for a person that may have a better YouTube channel, that may do real content. You can't say shit because you are watching that bullshit. You're watching that shit. All right? You are watching it. And if you are watching it, then you are letting YouTube know there is a demand for that type of foolishness. And that's why they push it. Just like in the music industry. All right? If the public wants to see women shaking their asses, men calling women bitches and hoes all day, and talking about they're gonna light somebody ass up, or they're gonna pull out their Glock or whatever, or they need to get their get back, or they lick and shit, and y'all sitting out here buying that shit or listen to it, you're damn right the music industry is going to promote it because they're making a lot of money off of you guys. Okay? Off of you guys doing the most stupidest shit, unaliving each other, putting down black women in every derogative thing that you're doing. And they're capitalizing off of you guys a whole lot more than what you guys are. And that's on everything. And YouTube does the same thing. All right, point blank. So blame yourself when you see all this violence going on, because you guys are buying it. You guys are listening to it. You guys are watching it. I know I just said that. It's the people. Okay? Let me tell you something. Since I did major in business, all right, the thing is this right here. If you have a business, right, before you start your business, you're going to look at the demand in an area. All right? The same thing with the music industry. They're going to look at that demand. If the people want certain type of music, well, guess what? The music company, the producers, all of these people, managers, everybody, that's what they're looking for. Agents, all of them, they're looking for that type of person. All right? It's just so happened that some of these people they're choosing, some of these people are in gangs or street people or got street dealings. Even if you're not a street person, you may have street dealings, right? And then something goes down. And then also you may have some people that's not in the streets or anything, but they do street type stuff, sit up here beefing and shit, talking about everybody. The public want to see this beef, okay? Yeah, the public wants to see this beef, the public instigating and shit, and then somebody gets unalive because they take it too far, all right? Period. You know, the public sitting out here, oh, you know, he said this about you. You need to come back. You need to get up on a CD and clap back at this person. All up on YouTube talking about it, but the public sitting there right there watching, people all up on, on the computer typing shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're encouraging that behavior. So you can't say shit when a rapper gets unalive when you're sitting there encouraging a behavior because you're an instigator. Period. You did not, it doesn't matter. You don't just watch Shades too. You watch a lot of stuff. All right. You watch a lot of things. No, I'm not defending shit because let me tell you something, Jermaine. I don't be watching all this foolishness. You know, honestly, before I met a certain person, I didn't even know what the beef sector was because I was never on that side of YouTube. Okay? Period. All right? I was never on that side of YouTube. And now I'm back almost getting like back straight up to the side of YouTube that I was on before 2022. All right? Because again, if you're gonna sit here and watch something, I don't feel like you should even say anything about it because you're watching it. You are cash apping people. I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying you're cash apping people that basically do all of this stuff. So you really can't say shit about anything. Just like when you buy certain rap music, but you want to trip out and say all they do is unalive themselves, but you're buying the music. You're buying the music. You go into the concerts, you all up on your YouTube channel glorifying and acting like this person's God or a God. Okay? So, I mean, again, we can't sit up here and say rap itself is violent because rap is not a person. All right? Rap cannot be anything unless you make it that. All right? And it's the people that are making rap what it is today. All right, it's the people who are rapping. It's the public who's buying this music, encouraging certain behavior. Okay, period. If you would not buy this stuff, trust me, they would stop doing it. All right, if you would stop watching the videos and listen to the music, talking about it on your YouTube channel, they would stop doing these things. But y'all want to hear no clean rap. You don't want to hear nonviolent rap because then you're gonna think it's boring. All right, let's keep it real. Just like y'all talk about women twerking online, but yet y'all be in the bushes watching. All right, so how the hell are you talking about if you're in the bushes watching? If you're sending cash out, if you're doing the most, if you are so against a woman shaking her ass on camera, you would not be watching it or cash apping the woman at all. All right. So if you are doing this, then shut the hell up because you are the one and the reason why these women do this online. You're part of the problem. Period. And when people start to realize this, then they will know. Okay. You say you what? So you don't you may listen to some non-violent rap, but I guarantee you have listened to some violent rap. We all have. I mean, I haven't listened to violent rap. I mean, NWA, okay. Some Ice Cube music. What else? Easy E. Let's see, just a lot of people. I mean, I have listened to a lot of stuff. Even just some of the young people. I listen to some of the Dirk stuff. A lot of stuff. All right. So I think we all have listened to violent rap. So the thing is, like I just said before, if you're going to speak on that, though, and you say that what you just said, all rap music is violent, I don't think that's a fair statement, okay? I just don't. Because it's not the music itself, it's the people who are doing the music. It's what they are choosing to rap about. And most of the time, it's because of their lifestyle that they are living. And it just so happened that some of these rappers are street people. Some of them be in gangs, in and out of jail, prison, all types of weird shit, point blank. And that's what some of these record companies be looking for too, because they know these people are going to come in here and rap about their lifestyle, and there's going to be some bull crap going on, which the public be wanting to see because it sells more records and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that money. I'm telling you, just like on YouTube, it's all about that money. Whoever makes YouTube the most money, that's who they're going to promote. If the public wants to see people bigger and act the fool, that's who they are going to promote the most. All right, point blank. And that's just life in general with a lot of things. You know, if you have a decent YouTube channel, you're not ever saying using profanity, you always just cover stuff, and you don't beefing or anything like that, you may not even be shown that much. You know what I'm saying? But yet if you get up here and you cuss everybody out, you acting like an idiot and you're doing the most, they probably, will show you more. I mean, it's evident. It's evident. It's proof in the pudding right there. All right, just like with these rappers, you know, point blank. So make sure when you say something, don't say it all like you said up here. I'm just reading your comments, okay? Oh my gosh. Listen, you said I had to go into that because you up here talking about it's demonic when all music can be basically that, all secular music can be that. So what are you talking about? All right. And there's a lot of music that's violent, okay? A lot of music. I know you in the Twilight Zone and don't see that, but a lot of music is violent. You said it every day. I don't give a damn what you're talking about, okay? And that's on everything. I don't give a damn what you're talking about, period. All right. So again, like I said about Sayso P, it's a shame he got unalive. I didn't see any updates. Let me see if they got any updates on him. My condolences are expressed out to his family too, his friends and fans as well. And my prayers are sending out to what's his name? Let's see if I can get his name. Walka. I forgot his Sayso. What's his name? Walka something. My prayers are sending out to him as well. Okay. So let's see here. Let's get some updates on Sayso P. If he has any updates, let's see. Sayso P updates. Let's see. And it was targeted for show. Let's see. Sauce Walker. So his mother now, Sayso P mother, alleges that her son was set up in Memphis. Okay. Let's see. And of course, the police do not know the cause of that shooting and unaliving. But they did say they believe it was a targeted attack. Well, anyway, Sayso P, Sayso, I guess that's how you pronounce his name. His mother has broken her silence on the tragic incident. She believes people were envious of her son. And she also believes the rapper's life was taken in a setup. Oh, she said, this the type of lies and shit that keep mothers losing our sons. My son never stole anything, never ran off with anything, didn't have to. Haters set him up, but not because he stole a dime. She said that he was never involved in anything criminal that led up to his unaliving. She said he would give you his last before he would steal anything. She said, please stop spreading rumors. And that's what I'm talking about, okay? Here he is right here with his mom. Let me show y'all. Okay, let's see here. What else she said here? She said that her son's biggest weakness was being too loyal to people he considered friends. In other words, he was too loyal to the wrong people. She said she would not let them steal his legacy. She said people see him with the stack and say anything. That was his norm. Anyway, the Memphis police did say they will find out who is responsible for his unaliving. They said, we want to assure our community and visitors that downtown Memphis is a safe place. The incident was not a random act of violence. Let's see. They said the early indications are that the victims and suspects are known to each other. They also said there was a premeditated aspect to the shooting. They said this was not a random act. And they're going to look at the downtown camera footage and other technology to aid in identifying everyone involved. So if this was the mom said that they were jealous of her son and he did not steal any money or anything. Because I know I saw other rumors saying that he stole some money or owed some money. So she said those rumors are not true. She said that he would never steal any money or anything. He wasn't involved in anything criminal. So why did they target him? I wonder. So again, even if he wasn't involved in anything, I'm just going by what the mom say. Okay, so even if he wasn't involved in anything illegally or anything like that, this is what I'm talking about when I say some of these rappers, the ones that are not street, they will be friends with people that could be street. Okay, and get into that type of situation. And then, you just don't never know what people be discussing, what they be getting into with these people, things like that. And then as soon as something is not done the way it should be done, or you make somebody mad, or for whatever reason, the next thing you know, you unalive. So I don't know, exactly what happened here, but like I said, they did say this was a targeted shooting, and then the mom said that her son was set up. So who set him up? Right, the mom do not know everything that her son is or did do. You're right. That's what I'm saying. So the thing is that even if he just say, even if he wasn't a street dude, if you're, associated with street people, okay, and just say you dabbling in and out of stuff, then you're bound to, get in situations where you could possibly, either end up incarcerated or end up unalive or just whatever. Okay, you just can't. Honestly, you just have to not even deal with certain people. But sometimes, people, I'm trying not to say crazy stuff because, she just lost her son. Let's see. How can I say this? But we know that a lot of people in this industry, period, not just with rap music, but in the industry, period, but certainly with the rap music, okay? A lot of people in that industry right there, I don't know how I can say this. Some of these rappers, just like I just said, they are into other things. Okay. And some of these people may own their own little small labels and things like that. And sometimes these new artists will know that, but they want that fame so bad. They want to be a rapper so bad. They get mixed up with this in order to get that contract. You see what I'm saying? So again, it boils down to the people, the music companies, all that stuff. What the people are wanting, you know what I'm saying? That entices these people to do what they do. And then they get caught up in situations, and then next thing you know, either they be unalive, hurt, or incarcerated. This is like a cycle. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. They don't need to keep on offering themselves. So he was a street dude. Sayso P, he was a street dude too. Because I don't really know anything about these two people. I really never heard of them before until this happened. This is like, Memphis type stuff. Yeah, I don't know who these people are like that. So I didn't really look them up in detail. I just saw, the article came up. I saw it on the thing. And, I'm just telling you guys the news about it. But yeah, so he's a street dude. That's what you're trying to tell me. Because his mom act like, he wasn't doing anything. You need to care. He was a pimp too. Oh my God. When you say pimp, you mean he was pimping out women or what? I'm honestly to the point where I don't care. Let them keep offering each other. Just listen. Eventually, if they keep offering, what if one of your relatives decide to be like, a rapper, right? And then they got a contract with the wrong company that promote nothing but street stuff. Then what? Would you still say that? So he was pimping. So you mean to tell me his mom didn't know he was pimping out women? See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I'm thinking this dude, I mean, I don't know, like I said, but since his mom said all this stuff, I'm thinking this dude was clean, not clean cut 100%, but, a little, not like some of these other people be, you know. So he was out there in the street too on the down low because his mom acted like she didn't know anything about nothing. You, Jermaine, if you don't stop, I'm gonna pimp smack you through the screen, okay? See, I told you was an Oreo, and now I know I'm correct now. Yeah, you're right, but nothing. I mean, you don't really have to speak out at all. You can just stay. You can just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to really say anything. You can be like, you're so sad that you just can't. You don't want to talk about it. Like this just goes back to what I just said originally. A lot of times when things like this happens, a lot of these rappers be already street. They be involved in stuff. Even if they're not street, you got some that are involved with street people. So therefore they still be, doing things. They still be hanging with these people, and then they get themselves in situations. So it's a lot of rappers that are like that. They were already like that, and they just so happen to rap and they get a contract, you know what I'm saying? And then they just continue on with their lifestyle, because like I said, if they sign with someone else, that's also street, that life is going to be encouraged. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like a cycle. If you don't stop. But yeah, it's still a sad situation though. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I don't see it ever stopping until they make a complete change, and the public has to make one too. In other words, stop promoting this type of stuff, this type of music, violent, rap. That's the first thing that encourages any violent music. But now we're talking about rap, so stop encouraging this type of rap. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you guys pump it up in your cars, people and shit, and doing the most, they're going to continue to do this type of music, you know, and they are going to continue to unalive each other and do other things. Just a continuing cycle, period. All rap is not violent. You got a lot of rappers that don't rap like that, period. Okay? I know I just said that, Jermaine. Okay? Your messages are just coming up later. It would never stop until the public wants it to stop. Okay? Meaning that the public got to stop buying this music, stop listening to this type of music, stop encouraging these artists. And you are encouraging them if you're buying it, if you're listening to it, if you're going to their concerts, period. If you're talking about them on your YouTube channels, if you're glorifying them on your YouTube channels out in the street or wherever else, they're going to keep on making music, telling you they're going to fuck you up and things like that. All right? Or they're going to F each other up, or they're going to F they hoe up, or however. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. But anyway, my condolences are still extending out to his mom, his friends and fans, other relatives, and my prayers are extended out to them as well. And my prayers are extended out to Walka. I think that's his name, Sauce Walka, as well. Hopefully he's already doing good. So, just my prayers that he continue to do good and stuff. So yeah, he was the intended target. That's what it is. All through this thing saying the same thing. Yep. So they had that. They premeditated that and everything. The real question, I guess it was easy to find out where he was going to be, though. That would be easy. Let's see what else they got here. That's just his mom talking right here. And it definitely probably was a setup. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I was just checking it out, you guys, to see if there was anything other than what his mom said. Yeah, but if I get any more updates, I'll let you guys know. Let's see here. Yep, they were saying that he stole $200,000. And she said that's not true. A lot of people were going online saying that was the reason why he got unalive, because he stole $200,000. And the mom claimed that's not true. I'm not gonna say anything about this mom and all this other stuff, okay? But that's what they say. But the thing about it, since he was an upcoming artist, usually when you are upcoming artist, I guess it depends on the record label and stuff. Sometimes they give you an advance that you have to pay back, But I don't know, about this dude's label or anything. If they able to do that, if they gave him an advance or anything, that's $200,000. But like I said, I don't really know. We don't really know for sure if this is true or not. But his mom said it's lies. So I don't know. Um, See, the thing about it, I would take that bet. But the thing about it is the fact that since it can be any type of little rapper, it could be a rapper that's not really a rapper, but he called himself a rapper because he do some Spotify beats. Okay, because it's like anytime somebody rap and something happens, they act like they some big national damn rapper that everybody know, and you don't even know who these people are. The only reason why you know who they are is when they get unalive. And so for this bet, I wouldn't be able to do it because it could be some damn dude down the street who just got unalive. It says that he's a rapper. He put out a couple Spotify songs. As soon as he gets shot, then there they go. They're talking about a rapper just got unalive. Like, like everybody know who he is. I mean, every time I look in the newspaper, and not just here, all in different countries, rappers begin unalive. But it's because of the environment they're in, the life they live. It's not the music itself, it's what they're choosing to do. I didn't see none of those videos. Okay, because like I said, I didn't research his stuff, or anything. But what was he saying in those two videos? He probably was doing like a lot of these rappers do, probably running off at the mouth, bragging, saying what he's going to do. That's what he was doing. Because that's what they like to do. You know what I'm saying? Saying he can't be unalive, and just weird stuff. I know I can look it up real quick on TikTok. Let me see. What time is it? 1:23. Let's see. Let's go to TikTok. Oh man. Okay, let me see here. Sayso P. Let's see what he said. Let's see. Shit on my bike, bro. Go hard. This shit, man. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is basically what I'm talking about right here. But y'all be listening to this shit, okay? Just like all them damn gold teeth, and y'all be thinking that shit look cute. Y'all are the reason. Shit, man. What you talking about? Here to tell them people, man. Shit on my bro, go yard, diamonds, all this shit, man. We have this shit, man. Putting this shit down, a hole in this shit. It's all funny, man. A hole in those. Putting it in the gravity unit. G-unit. Solid shit, man. It's so regular, man. All the man, you get shit, man. What you talking about? Here to tell them people, man. Shit on my bro, go yard, diamonds, all this shit, man. We have this shit, man. Putting this shit down, a hole in this shit. It's all funny, man. A hole in those. Okay. See, I can't do this. So the thing is like this, like I just said before, okay. Listen, like I said before, the reason why a lot of these rappers be like they be is because this is what the public wants to see. If they get up here and they don't have the gold teeth, flaunting their money, and they just sit up here just talking normal, no slang, no ebonics or anything, no street talking or anything, no gold teeth, just look normal cut, no flashing money, no elaborate jewelry. You guys know good and damn well you're not going to want to listen to them rap. Okay? So this is what you guys ask for, point blank. This is what you guys ask for. Okay? The music, all of this stuff. And that comes with a price, point blank. Let's see what else they got on here. It comes with a price. Okay, here you go right here. Okay, this is just a day ago. Okay, y'all just gotta listen. Since y'all wanted to hear it, let's see. Thank you, Tony, for telling me to look it up.
If it's smoke, then I'm coming with it. I ain't gotta have no nigga. The only one coming to get shit.
The man, my date's friend, we're told sadly died at the scene.
That boy Sayso, who got deleted today, he got Sauce Walka popped. They saying he ran up on somebody for 200K.
Tell them people, man. Shit on my bro, go yard, diamonds, it's all funny, man.
See a hole in those. But him a hole and put it in the unit. He gonna bring himself back to Memphis.
What?
Knowing how his city is, knowing how the niggas he ran up on, I ain't gonna give it up.
Oh no, we ain't finna listen to all that. But anyway, Okay, so we got the drift. Okay, we got it. Let's see what they say here. We can't be doing that. We can't be listening to all that, okay? But anyway, like I said before, it's the same thing over and over again. And until the public stop encouraging this type of stuff, they're going to continue on giving you guys what you asked for. Okay, point blank. And since you guys don't want to see just somebody actually rapping about stuff without being vulgar, without putting down women, without saying they're going to unalive somebody or take something from somebody, you're going to see the backlash from that type of stuff when you do all this all day long. All the beefing and stuff. Y'all like to see beefing and stuff. So this is what you may see. Okay? I don't know if this dude stole $200K. You would think he didn't with all the money he was just holding in his hand, but you know, his mom said he didn't. But you know, moms, like you just said, Tony B, and like everybody knows, moms do not know or see everything, especially with grown kids. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like a grown man. You know, he was a grown man. But at the same time, we don't know if that's what happened. Okay. But the thing is, you're living a certain lifestyle. Okay. That's right. You're living a certain lifestyle. All right. And when you live a certain lifestyle or you deal with people that are in a certain lifestyle, anything and things like this are bound to happen. Because for all the rappers who got unalive, what about the ones who haven't? LL Cool J is still alive. Big Daddy Kane is still alive. KRS-One is still alive. Bone Thugs and Harmony are still alive. Just so many people I can think of that are still alive. All right, so many rappers. All right, Tupac, Biggie Small, unalive. Why? Because of beefing and stuff, right? Beefing, street stuff, right? Right. All right, street stuff. Even if you want to say that one of the people at the club that he was at, the casino, wherever, I can't remember, the fight, whatever he was at, and he was messing with gang people or whatever the case is, that's still street. All right? Dolph, okay? That was street stuff. Let's keep it real. All right? Yeah. Mo 3, street stuff, right? Right. And a lot of other people. All right? So again, you know, the public has, you got to stop encouraging certain music, certain lifestyles and things like that. Because if you stop encouraging this, then the record companies will see, and then they will stop trying to get artists that they know that are engaging in this type of stuff. And we'll be talking about this stuff to make their money. If there's no money to be made, they will stop choosing that type of stuff, period. All it's about is that money. As long as they can get that damn money, those companies do not care. They will. The dude can be just get out of hell. He can still be in prison. All right, he could have unalived 50,000 people. As long as he can make that music and make them that money, they don't give a damn. And if y'all want to go out there and start unaliving each other, that's y'all. Because all they're gonna do is get somebody else to take your place, and then they're gonna be out here rapping. But it's not the music itself; it's the people who are doing the music. It's just like GUNs. GUNs don't shoot themselves. It's the lunatics behind it, you know, who holding it up in their hand and just using it, just shooting people for no particular reason, or because they just get mad, or just stupid reasons. Okay, they don't use it for self-defense, for true self-defense. They use it to make themselves seem like they bad, like they ain't scared, like they don't take no shit, or just to make themselves look good, like I said before, just to show that they're tough in front of their boys or their girls and stuff like that. It's not the object itself, because the object itself can't breathe, it can't move, it can't shoot by itself. Just like rapping, the music. If they did not add the lyrics to the music, it wouldn't be there. Okay, so it's the person who's making the music. Okay, if you want to sit and talk about you did this to this dude, you're gonna blow his brains out and you're gonna fuck this bitch up, then child, please. Y'all are listening to this. Okay? You guys are listening to this foolishness. But like I said, my condolences are still expressed out, to Sayso P, mother, his other family members, his fans and friends, and my prayers are still out to them because regardless of what they engage in, it's still a sad situation. It's still a sad thing that happened. And listen, no matter what your color is, when you're in the rap game, you got to start using your head a little bit better. All right, point blank. You got to. What's the point of living your dream, having a little bit of power and money and stardom and all this stuff if you're just gonna throw it away because you're still engaging in foolishness or engaging with foolish people that get you in a situation. You're not going to even be able to enjoy your money. So what's the point of even getting into the business if you're going to continue to do stuff that will end your career? It's just plainly crazy. It doesn't even make any sense. You might as well just be whatever you was going to be before. Because if you're going to get into the game and still do the same ghetto shit that you was doing before you got into it, you're going to still be doing the same thing. Like I said, y'all, it's a continuing cycle until the public and the people themselves make a change, point blank, in the record companies and stuff, until they make a change. Period. Okay, so we're gonna move on from that right there. If I get any updates, I'll definitely be letting you guys know, like always. Okay. Not from y'all, but shit ass. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see what else we got here, you guys. Sayso P, let's see. Let me see. Hold on, let me make sure. I think that's it. Quality. Let's make sure. I think that's it, you guys, with all this stuff. I think I covered everything here. Yeah, I think I got it all. Well, let me just tell you this one thing right here before we get ready to leave, because I did not mention this, okay? About Gene Hackman. Now, remember the other day when I was talking about him and his wife, and I was telling you guys that a lot of people in the comment section were saying that this sounds still suspicious. Anyway, Gene Hackman's employee says something's not right in a new body cam footage. So let's see what they're talking about. Hold on. Let's see what they're talking about. Hold on, let me read it because I didn't read it yet. So let me just read this. Let's see what he's saying here, okay? So hold on, let's see here. So hold on. So they was talking about a body cam recording. So that recording shows the sheriffs inside the couple's home following the 911 call, okay? That's the call from the groundsman who saw the lady lying down. I mean, not lying down, but saw her body on the floor of the bathroom. He called 911. Anyway, they said the clip shows the exchange between officers and a groundskeeper who found Gene and Bessie last month. Stricken with grief, the worker expressed, "I get attached to all these people, They treat me really well. And her, she was a sweetheart. And to see them like that." Let's see what else. Now, further into the footage, A deputy asked both the shaken groundskeeper and a handyman about the possibility of a gas leakage. The handyman referenced several old boilers located in an area below the house and pointed out that big vent you see on the roof by the front door, that thing's like that big around, so it's meant to vent. Okay. He proceeds with skepticism about the presence of carbon monoxide, stating, "So I just don't, and that mechanical room is pretty damn tight. I don't see carbon monoxide getting," before asserting the improbability of such a leak affecting the kitchen appliances. He said, "I don't see how this is both of them are down like this. Something's not right," he concluded. Then, let's see. He also said that Gene and his wife were super, super private. And then that highlighted the oddity of finding the property's doors locked. I thought they said one of the doors was open though. Anyway, TMZ obtained the body cam footage, which also revealed a phone conversation where Hackman's daughter, Elizabeth, discusses arrangements for the family dog, also found unalive at the home. Let's see what else. She contemplated, "I'm thinking cremate the dog and bury it with Betsy." Okay. While specific details on the couple's cause and time of unaliving remain undisclosed. The mummified state of the bodies indicates an extended period passed before discovery. Reports suggest that Betsy may have passed roughly a week before her husband. So let's see. So they're just going over the same thing. So they said in here, hold on, they said something's not right in the body, in the new body cam footage. So that's what the groundskeeper was saying when he said something is not right. But I thought they said that the doors were, one door was open. But here they said that all the doors were locked, right? Let's see. So we already know it wasn't a gas leak or anything. He said it was impossible for that to be happening anyway because they had that big old vent. So, okay, let me read some of these comments. We'll see what they said. Somebody said the whole thing isn't right. I think it was foul play. First, it was said the doors were closed. Then it said they were open a little. Something is not right. I just told you. Because he just said, before they said one of those doors was slightly ajar. Okay, I thought they was like talking about the back door or something. I don't know which door it was. But now they're saying that everything was closed up. But, okay, so I guess they had like a, I could have sworn I read that they left a door open for the dogs to go in and out. I thought I read that, unless they talking about a doggy door. Okay. And that's another thing too. Somebody said from the beginning when the daughter offered up the story about maybe a gas leak, somebody said I was thinking foul play. Then again, I watch a lot of true crime shows. But I'm just stripping out on how quick she said that. Just like somebody else said here. They said that she jumped on that real quick about the gas leak. I just thought that was kind of odd. And then, okay, so somebody else said, what's so sad is that they did not have a weekly housekeeper or a daily or weekly nurse to help with Gene's care, or a weekly gardener who would be checking on them. So since the wife was not that old, that's why they probably didn't have that, because she was taking care of Gene, and she was probably doing everything else. But still, you would think though that even if he was estranged from his kids, that they would still be checking on them. You know what I'm saying, on their dad. Period. Somebody said they did not want anyone in the house. I don't know. Somebody said the same thing. Something sounds fishy about the whole thing. Two people, especially him, being in the movies and stuff, nobody called them. Nobody checked on them. No children called them. No grandchildren called them. Something don't sound right here at all. I told y'all this dude said at first he could not enter. The doors was closed. And then it was said back door open for dogs to go in and out. How was the doors all closed, but then there was a back door open for the dogs to go in and out? Which one was it? Was all the doors closed, or were all the doors closed except the one? Unless they're talking about, but no, they said the back door was open. They didn't say doggy doors. They said the back door was open for the dogs to go in and out. I don't know. Somebody said she could have been contaminated through food, water, shot. Maybe they knew he wouldn't survive without her, so they did something to her. And then somebody said it's odd the dog had been very sick or taken to a vet right before, but the dog had like some type of surgery. Okay, the dog wasn't sick far as like something dealing with like like a virus, anything like that. The dog had some type of surgery. A hip surgery or something like that. I can't remember. Somebody said, who was this vet? So many viruses that are getting people, and did she become sick so quickly at the store she was fine? They did say friends and family all reported that they had to go through Betsy to set up golf tee time, and times and dates were set up through Betsy for them to speak to Gene. Okay, so maybe that's the reason why the kids stopped calling. Somebody said, tell me why not one of his children kept in touch with him. And then somebody said, because kids don't have the same loyalty to their parents anymore. Society has changed them for the worse. Time to get back to old-fashioned morals. They are lacking. But then they said he wasn't much of a father and wasn't at home a lot since he was always making movies. Okay, so maybe they wasn't close. Somebody said, look in the tunnels. We need to find out for real if there's tunnels underneath that house. And it could be, but that doesn't mean that they're doing anything weird in those tunnels or somebody was doing something weird in it. I still say it's suspicious. I mean, it's just weird. I mean, they're like, somebody couldn't planted that something around that, like, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm just saying, somebody could have planted an affected animal, mice or something around her or something. You just never know. I don't know. A lot of people keep on saying it's suspect. Somebody said, I feel the daughter has something to do with their unaliving. Somebody said, how did the not caregivers, but the groundsman and the handyman? But like I said, they got an excuse and everything now, but I still say the whole thing is suspicious. They said at the pet store she was fine, and Jermaine did say she could have picked it up at the pet store, but if she picked it up at the pet store, it would be other people. You would think other people would have been affected as well. Any other place that she could have went, because that means that like a mice or something was running around with this. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it would have affected more than just her. And then somebody said she was cleaning out her garage or something, and it could have been a kangaroo or something right there, and she could have inhaled, you know, all whatever the virus there, and while she was sweeping, up the fecal matter from the mice. So I don't know because they haven't came back and said anything like that. So I don't know for sure. Not that I remember, you know. But I know one thing is still suspicious to me, and it doesn't mean that something weird couldn't have happened and somebody planted it some kind of way. Anything could have happened that entire week or two. They were, unaligned. Somebody said the dogs know what happened if they could only talk. They sure do. Somebody said more like a dog brought a contaminated rat in the house, or most common people are sweeping patios with contaminants in air and inhale it. Wow. Now that could be something that could have happened. Sweeping the patio. Yeah, and since those mice run around there a lot that are infected, that could be a possibility. And they did say she cleaned up one of the outbuildings on the property, so it could have came from there. These people crazy as hell. Anyway, it's a trip, and my condolences are still expressed out to their family, friends, and Gene Hackman's fans. My prayers are sent out to both him and his wife, and for the little, their little pet and everything else too that got on the line. Hopefully, what they say happened. That's all to it, and nothing crazy. Nothing weird played a role into these two unalignments. Period. And I will, let y'all know if I get any more updates on that as well. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, guys, we've been on here for 2 hours. We're like, a couple minutes. Well, more than a couple minutes. We went over a little bit, but I did enjoy doing this live tonight. It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's about my bedtime. So I'm about to get off here. I can't be on these lives for 5 to 6 hours, y'all, and stuff, because I got to get up early tomorrow and go to work and stuff. So I did enjoy it. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. All right, and make sure you share and leave a comment as well. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to everybody in the bushes, everybody watching this replay. Over here in the comment section, we got Jermaine Ugly Stuff. He probably sleep right now. And then he'll wake up when he hear me say that and say he wasn't asleep. But in reality, he would be asleep. Black Vigilance. Let's see what else. Tony Bands, thank you so much for coming by and being here showing support. Young Riz, what's up? What's going on with you? Thank you so much for coming by showing support, Young Riz. Y'all have a good day too tomorrow. And a good remaining night. And Tony, have a good night at work too. And it definitely starts with the parents. You got that right. Definitely a different generation. Getting down well, you was asleep. All right? Trying to perpetrate like you weren't asleep. You was asleep. Your ass have to be in bed and go to sleep like the old man you are. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. Y'all don't forget, if you want to copy yourself a membership, it's $4.99. You can also do a super sticker, super chat. And what's the other one? Super sticker, super chat. Copy your membership for $4.99, or you can do a donation to $ Shades Tube, and that is on via Cash App. All right? Thank you guys so much for all of that stuff. Let's see, I forgot what I did with the daggone thing. But anyway, y'all, have a good night, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Tomorrow, make sure y'all check out my Country Wayne reaction video if y'all are into, Country Wayne skits. And if you're not, go check it out. You're going to like it. So check out my other videos, my YouTube short. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my YouTube short. And check out my latest moving vlog. I need to put up a new video because I did ask something. So I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. Then check out, what else? I do so many videos. I forgot which ones I do. In my other videos that I did, my other live videos, okay? Check all those out too, okay? And definitely make sure you thumbs up this and leave a comment if you like. But definitely thumbs up and subscribe and share. Other than that, y'all, have a good night, and I'll see y'all in my next live. All right? And thank you guys for the birthday wishes as well. Let's see. I'm so tired, y'all. Let's get into this.